right, guys, so this video is coming out of a conversation that I have with my friends. Like I said in several videos, I'm the only one out of my friend group that wears makeup. I'm the only one that really cares about makeup. But recently, a couple of friends have kind of reached out to me wanting my opinion about what they should do regarding starting their makeup journey. And one friend, I think I talked about her in the last video, she was asking me if she should try Bobbi Brown or Anastasia Beverly Hills. She was in the mall and she's looking for a concealer. I suggested the Bobbi Brown for her because she's really concerned about her dark circles. And so we've been going back and forth about that. And then, you know, she was saying how when she went to the Anastasia counter that the makeup artist, you know, told her that you should start with skincare and that everybody should have a skincare routine. And like I told her, I absolutely agree with that. You have to take care of your skin before anything. But after you do that, I think you should have a makeup routine. Now, I'm not saying that you should have a makeup routine that is every day. If you don't want to wear makeup every day, you don't have to wear makeup every day. I don't wear makeup every day. But when it's time for me to step out, I have a makeup routine. And with my friend, you know, she was talking about going to so many graduations. This is graduation season. And, you know, people are taking pictures of you. They're posting them on social media. And she was just saying when she looked back at some of the photos, she didn't like what she saw. She just felt like her dark circles were too prominent. She felt like her skin was too dull. And she just wanted to try something. So I said, well, yeah, you need a makeup routine for when you go out to events like this and you know your photo is going to be taken. You know, be prepared. Be prepared. Do something that when you look back at the photos, you're pleased, you're not feeling insecure. You know, you're like, oh, wow, I look really pretty in that photo. Okay? So this is just my little routine of when I need to go to an event or if I need to just step out for a little bit. And this face is fine. But if I want to just enhance my look a little bit, this is what I do. Okay, and like she said, the makeup artist said, you know, skincare is the most important thing, and it is. So I'm going to start out with skincare today, y'all, and I'm going to go in with my fresh deep hydration oil infused serum. Y'all, I love this, and I typically like to go in with the serum. It's getting hot, y'all. I can't do a whole lot of skincare, but this right here is my jam, y'all. First of all, it's an oil infused serum. It gives 24-hour hydration. Has a dewy look to the skin, but y'all, it smells so good. And I typically don't like floral scents, but this smells like heaven. And then once it goes onto the skin, y'all, it's so smooth. It's so silky that, oh my God. You feel like you just walked through a rosy, I don't know, waterfall. So I'm going to be going in today with my Pharmacy Honey Halo Glow Moisturizer. This is a really good moisturizer. If, again, I have dry skin. So if you have dry skin, this is what you need. And what I've learned is instead of putting the moisturizer all over my face and my face feeling heavy before I apply my makeup, I'm just going to apply the moisturizer where I get the driest. And that's usually on my forehead, around my nose, and sometimes around the mouth. So I know this looks crazy. And guys, there's one more step I forgot. I like to go in with an eye cream. And again, going back to that Fresh brand, and you guys have seen this so many times, I use the Fresh Black Tea Eye Concentrate just to give my under eye just a little bit extra attention and hydration. This is also a depuffer, so if you have puffy under eyes, I would suggest finding an eye cream that works for you. I know there's been some debate about whether or not eye creams really work. I've only tried about maybe 2 or 3 different eye creams, but I can say I really do like this one. And because it's so expensive, y'all, I don't use it every day, like the directions say, because oh my God, you would go through this so fast. And this is expensive. This is like $68, but I love it. I love it. All right, guys. So now we're going to get into the makeup. So what I want to say is that, you know, kind of learn your face, know what your, I don't know, your standout features are, the features that you really like, and then maybe some of the things that you really don't like, that you may want to address those concerns. For example, I like my cheekbones. I like my cheekbones. I like my eyes. Some of the things that, you know, concerns that I have with my skin, I have dark circles under my eyes. My face is maybe 3 different complexions. I'm lighter in the center, darker on the outer parts of my face. Yeah, so I want to make sure I take care of my dark circles. So I would definitely suggest going in with a color corrector. Uh-oh, this is breaking on me. I'm gonna try to use it anyway. Not everybody uses a color corrector because, you know, some people don't need it. And if you don't need it, don't use it. But I feel like I need it. For the longest, I was, you know, just going in with concealer and feeling like, oh, I'll just let the concealer do the legwork for covering my dark circles. But I kind of just felt like I needed a little bit of extra, you know, extra help. So I started using a color corrector, and I'm using the NYX Pro Fix Stick in the shade Apricot. But I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just kind of blend this out like this. I don't typically use a beauty blender to do this, but because I think I put just a little bit too much. All right, I know it looks strange, but it's gonna all come together. Now, I know there's been a little bit of a debate about whether or not primers are necessary when it comes to makeup routines. And I'm on the side of they are 120% necessary. A good primer kind of, it just protects your, well, first of all, it creates a smooth surface to apply your makeup and just really perfects your skin before you even apply makeup. Okay, before you even apply your foundation. And it also addresses skin concerns. So the kind of primer that you use will depend on what type of skin concerns that you have. If you have pores, if you have texture, dry skin, oily skin, all of those things. That's why I always say know and understand your skin, because you'll be surprised, y'all. There are people out here that don't know what their skin type is. And I've always known I had dry skin, but I never really realized I had pores. I know I have moles on my face. I have raised moles, so that creates some type of texture, but I never even realized I had pores. So when I look for a primer, that's what I look for. But today I'm going to be using this duo. This is my Dior Backstage Face and Body Primer and Foundation. Yeah, I'm kind of on this tip now where I want to use the primer that goes with the foundation. I feel like that is just such an easy way to get into a makeup routine. You don't have to think about what primer am I going to use, what primer goes with what foundation. You can just have it all ready to go. And most of the time the foundation is made to complement the primer, or vice versa. The primer is made to complement the foundation. I don't know. Here, it smells good too. It smells like a lotion. It smells like a skincare product. Well, yeah, and it smells like a lotion with perfume in it. It definitely has a perfume smell, but I like that. I really make sure I get my forehead because I really want that area to be smooth. Okay, guys, so the foundation that I'm using is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I'm using the shade 6N, and just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand and go from there. And guys, this is a routine that is, I'm going to say an everyday routine, because this is something that you can do on a daily basis. If you are one of those persons who, wears makeup every day, you work outside the home maybe, you know, you have one of those careers where you are, you know, meeting with people, or you work with the public, and you just want something quick and easy that you can do on a daily basis in the morning when you're getting ready. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time. I would think this is it. And it may seem like I'm, taking a lot of time because I'm filming. But if I was doing this, just in my mirror, just getting ready, this would not take me a long time at all. Now, there are some steps I can add in here that, will give you a whole different look. But we're going to just keep it simple today, because I really, and I'm talking to my friend, even though she doesn't watch my videos, she doesn't watch makeup videos, she doesn't even watch YouTube. But I'm thinking that maybe there's somebody out there, like her, who feels like you don't have a makeup routine. You don't really think about makeup until you see yourself in photos, and you like, okay, they're not gonna catch me out like that again. I'm gonna get me a makeup routine, and I'm going to be prepared the next time. Next time somebody sticks a camera in my face, I want to be prepared. And also, guys, I'm going really under my neck, just because I do have like dark spots under my neck. And yeah. And also, don't be afraid to go up into your hairline when you're applying your makeup. You just want to cover everything. Some people even say cover your ears. And I definitely would say do that if you have shorter hair. My hair today is covering my ears, so I'm not going to really cover my ears today, but you definitely want to make sure you are bringing your foundation down enough to cover. So if you ever feel like, oh, I put too much foundation on, just get you a beauty blender or a sponge, and it will just kind of soak up any excess foundation and give you an even more smooth surface, or more smooth appearance. All right, guys, so next we're going to do the contour bronzing. I wasn't going to put this step into the video. I was going to just do maybe a powder bronzer, but y'all, this LYS cream bronzer contour in the shade Strength is so nice that I have to use it today. So only thing we're going to do is just boom, make a line across the forehead, because we really want to shape the face. We don't want the face to look just like a round egg. Well, my face look like a round egg, and I'm just gonna go here, go here. And yeah, we're going to do a little something to the nose, because y'all, in the beginning, I was very intimidated about contouring, because I just felt like, what if I mess up? I'm going to mess my face up, and then I'm going to look weird. But you're not. It's very simple as long as you have the right tools. So I'm going in with this bronzing brush. This is the Real Techniques 400 brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and start blending this out. Because y'all, it is summertime, and summertime means that we gotta, we want that bronzed, sun-kissed look to the skin. And y'all, this is how you get it. This is how you get it. And again, anytime you think you have done too much, just have your beauty blender on hand And it's almost like an eraser. You can go over and blend out whatever mistakes you feel like you made. Now I'm going to go in and just blend out this contour of my nose, and I already see where I made a mistake with that. And I will say, when it comes to contouring, you don't have to do this. This is just something I like to do, and that is part of my everyday makeup routine, or it's part of my routine when I know my photo is going to be taken at a public event. All right, so now let's go in with our concealer. We're going to stay with Dior. I'm using all Dior today for the most part. But we're going to stay with Dior. This is the Backstage Concealer. So we have the primer, the foundation, and now we have the Backstage Concealer. This is in the shade 5N. So this is just one shade lighter than the foundation, which is what you want. You can do either 2 shades. Lighter than the foundation, because you kind of want a little bit of lightness under the eyes, just so your face can look more natural. Y'all, at first I did not like the applicator on here because it is so tiny. It is so tiny. But I'm beginning to like it because you can get a more precise application, and you really don't have to use a lot of product. So I guess that's good. I'm just going to go in with the Beauty Blender today because that is the tool that I have closest to me. I don't know where my brush is that I typically use to apply concealer. And y'all, the Beauty Blender just makes blending so easy. So we have our concealer blended out, but I'm going to go in now with my blush. This is a new step for me because I typically like a powder blush, and typically powder blushes go on at the end of the routine. But I have this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin, what is it called? It's the Yummy Skin blush in the shade Bellini. It's a peach shade, and I've really been loving this. I'm going to use this liquid blush brush I picked up from e.l.f. And we're just going to go ahead and just add a little bit of cream blush. And this is very, very light. Again, when you're doing every day, you may, maybe you don't want anything that is so bold, because sometimes I just want something, just a little kiss of something. I don't want, to look so made up, and I just think this blush just does the job. And I also like this because it is a matte, it gives a matte finish, and y'all, it blurs any, if you have like my moles are really concentrated in my cheek area, and if I put on something that's too shiny, I feel like it accentuates that. But this blush smooths everything out, and I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So that's just a little bit. All right, so now we're gonna set everything. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go in. I have a 2-step setting process. So I set with a loose powder and a pressed powder. So y'all, I can't find my Sephora setting powder, so I'm gonna have to use my Laura Mercier setting powder. So if you're new to makeup, you will know that you probably heard a lot of people talk about this setting powder. It's supposed to be the best thing out there. I said I'm not a fan of it for dry skin, But if you want a setting powder that is gonna, and you do want this, you want a setting powder that's gonna set your face all day. That's gonna keep you shine free, keep you from, you know, looking too oily. If you have oily skin, like I said, my skin is dry, but I like a smooth finish in my makeup and I wanna look that way all day. I will say that the Laura Mercier powder does do that, but I think it does it a little bit too much if you have dry skin. But it works great for folks with oily skin. But I'm going to use it today because I can't find my Sephora powder. And I'm going to use just a fluffy brush that seems to, you know, help me not apply so much. And I'm not being precise with this because I'm going to go back in with my pressed powder. I can tell already. So this is the shade Honey in the Laura Mercier powder. And I feel like if you use too much, you're going to see that color. I don't know. It's a weird look that it gives. Now I'm going to go in with the powder puff, and I'm going to go in with my Kosas Cloud Bake setting powder. This is a sheer smoothing setting powder that, again, will keep you shine free all day. It is the color of my complexion, which is what I like. And y'all, of course, when I finish setting my face, I find my Sephora setting powder. But what I don't like about the Laura Mercier setting powder is that it's too heavy. It's too heavy. It doesn't give you that light airbrush type of look. It sits heavy on my skin for some reason. I don't know. But so now we're going to go back in and we're going to bring that bronzer back out. And I'm going to do that by using the NARS Laguna bronzer in the shade 08. I'm going to take this. This is a highlighter brush from e.l.f. But I'm just going to take this and just lightly tap over the bronzer we set earlier. Y'all, something else I like to do is just take a fluffy brush and just kind of go back over everything. So this is where you can decide if you really, want to, take your makeup look up a notch. If you want to do eyeshadow or you just want to keep it like this. I want to do eyeshadow, so I'm going to go in with my Patrick Ta. It's what I use all the time, and I am going to just do a quick, put on some eyeshadow really quickly, because since I started doing my makeup, I actually like the look of having eyeshadow on. And this is the quickest thing that I can do right now. I didn't think I would ever be a neutral eyeshadow type of person. My vision for myself wearing makeup was always me wearing a color. Blue is one of my favorite colors, and that's the color I always saw myself wearing when it came to eyeshadow. But y'all, I have been learning, just for something quick every day and basic, it's okay. You don't have to have, all those colors on all the time to feel like you have makeup on. And I probably should have did my eyes before I did the rest of the face, but it's okay. And y'all, when it comes to eyeshadow, I'm typically a one and done person, or maybe two. Today I'm going to use two colors. I'm going to go in with a really light shade. Yeah, this is almost white, but maybe that's too bright. Maybe. Well, we here now. We're going to keep going, but it's going to come together. And that's one thing I had to learn about makeup, is that there are no mistakes. You can always fix something. And sometimes the mistakes turn out better than, you know, the idea you had in the beginning. So you can see with the eyeshadow, y'all, I thought I wanted real bright on the eyelid, but I changed my mind. So, okay guys, I'm gonna leave my eyes alone right now. We're gonna put on some eyeliner and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have put on some eyeliner, but before we go in with mascara, we just want to melt all these powders down and just make our face look even more flawless. And I'm going to spray down with my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrushed Flawless Setting Spray. And I absolutely love this. I will not do my makeup and not finish off with this. So once this dries down, everything is going to come together. So I'm going to let this dry down. I don't have one of those fans. I need to get me one of those fans that I see a lot of people using. But we're going to let this dry down. Then we'll come back. We'll put on mascara and then and a lip. And then we'll close out the video. All right, guys. I was not filming. I started out on my lips and realized I didn't turn the camera on. So, but I went in with my MAC. This is Turn to the Left from MAC. This is a chocolate brown, kind of a nude lipstick. And you can decide if you are a lipstick person. Do you just like lip gloss? Do you just want to put on a lip balm? You don't want to do a whole lot. Me personally, I am a lipstick person. I want some lipstick on. I want some color. I don't like shiny lips. I don't like glossy lips. I always feel like I need to wipe my lips if they're too shiny or too glossy. So I like to keep everything really matte. And just kind of, I don't know, a matte luminous look is what I like. I don't know. But definitely not glossy and not a high shine on the lips. So I went in with Turn to the Left, and now I'm going to go in with MAC. MAC is one of my favorite lipsticks, y'all. So I'm going to go in now with Tangerine Dream. Now this is a light lipstick. I just feel like it will complement the blush a little bit. But also, y'all, our blush, what we used on our face today is our blush. This is also a lip product as well. So you can, if you want to get one of those multi-use products where you can put it on the cheeks and the lips, then you need to really look into Danessa Myricks. I'm going to put just a little bit of this on my lips. Uh-oh. And I don't think it takes, it's just a few taps. Now guys, I have used this before, and once it goes on, you may feel like, oh, this is too greasy. It feels weird. But once it dries down, it's going to be a beautiful, soft, matte type of lip. And I love it. So we're going to put this on, let it dry down. And I need to go ahead and put on some mascara. I'm using my Chanel mascara. And I typically like this mascara. This is, you know, a luxury mascara. All right, guys, so we have everything going, but I have one last step that I like to use. You may not want to do this, but I'm going to go in with my Hourglass lighting palette, and this is a powder, a face powder palette. It has a highlighter, bronzer, and face powder. I'm going to use that highlighter. I just like to do this down the center of my face just to give a little bit of, I guess you could say a little bit of not shine to the face, but just a little bit of a sparkle to the face. Yeah, I like to do that. I know I said I like everything to stay pretty much matte, but I don't mind just a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of sparkle, just to set the look off. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. This is my everyday, I guess you said my everyday go-to makeup routine, makeup look, especially when I'm just, you know, going somewhere casually, to an event, to a birthday party, I don't know, a get together. You know, people are going to be taking photos. They're going to be posting the photos all on social media of the event. They're going to be in your face, snapping pictures, you know, and you just want to make sure you show up facially looking nice. So because I do feel like, just thinking about the conversation with my friend, you know, a lot of times we're going to these events and we are, you know, so caught up into what am I going to wear, what outfit I'm going to wear, what shoes I'm going to wear, the bag I'm going to carry. And we rarely think about what our face looks like until we see those photos. And then we're like, oh my God, you know. And when you're a person over the age of 50, you start to notice, you know, as we age, 40, 50, as we age, you know, you start to notice, oh, I got some dark circles. I got wrinkles. I got lines on my face. My face is starting to drop. And, you know, we start to look at, oh, there's some discoloration. We start to look at all of these things. And while I do agree that you definitely need a skincare routine, I do believe you also need a makeup routine, just so you can show up a little bit better in photos and feel good about yourself. Also, gone are the days where we are wearing lipstick without any complexion products. I used to be guilty of that. And when I look back at pictures, I'm like, why didn't anybody tell me? So now that I know better, I am going to share the message. If you are a person over the age of 40, over the age of 50, and you are wearing lipstick without any complexion products, I'm going to say it, and I hope y'all don't get mad at me, but I'm going to say it does not look good. I don't care. The lipstick may be beautiful. It may look perfect on your lips, but if your complexion does not match the lipstick, I just feel like, I'm not saying you have to wear a full face of makeup, but just something, a skin tint or something to just even out your skin, brighten up the skin. And, you know, I just feel like you look 110% better. So that's my little 2 cents for today. All right, guys. So again, this is my makeup routine for when I want to go out. You can develop your own. Take some pointers from what, you know, you saw me do here today. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comment section. One thing I wanted to point out that I thought about afterwards is setting spray. If you are using setting spray, please, please, please apply your setting spray before your mascara. I had to learn that the hard way, that if you apply mascara and then apply your setting spray, your mascara may run. And you don't want that. So that's just a little helpful tip. But yeah, again, if you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And if you want to see more from me, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I will appreciate that as well. All right, guys. So that's it for me. I'm going to go out and hit these streets. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.